I just thought this series would be great if I did some more towers with rare beacons, and there's not that many towers. But I know of a few towers that got the FH-307 in my area. But, the FH-307's becoming more and more rare as you drive out in the country and see towers. But, yeah, so FH-307's, being replaced by LEDs and stuff. But there's one of my favorite towers in Springfield that actually used to have an FH-307, but now has a TWR beacon. So I'm not sure if it's an LED. It's night mode only. But anyways, here's a tower near me that was taken down back in 2018. It had an FH-307, but I forget if it had markers or not. But FH-307s with markers, that's also rare. Like, not that many FH-307s have markers with them. So, I mean, yeah, so they don't come with markers that much, but at least it's a rare beacon. But it's like one of my top favorites though, along with the FH-308. So yeah, this tower was sadly taken down. Like, I can see it from my house at times, but it was a really low intensity FH-307, so you couldn't see it from a far distance. But it was always on like days where it had malfunctions and problems and stuff like that. So I can imagine they probably like scrapped it out or something. But the tower itself is probably rebuilt somewhere, because this is one of those wind measurement towers. And then here's that tower I was talking about that used to have an FH-307, but it's got a TWR beacon now. So I remember back in 2020 when this tower was being modified to 5G, they actually gave it a TWR beacon. So I was like, oh, I wonder if they're going to give it a second beacon made for a setup or something. Maybe I could give it a day mode strobe as well. But it turns out the next day after that, the FH-307's gone. It was only the TWR beacon. And then here's a rare tower that's got an FH-307, but this one here probably has markers. It's a long lines tower. So yeah, the FH-307 there, and it's got microwave dishes. So I've seen this one in person before, but it wasn't nighttime though, so I couldn't tell if those are markers or not. And then here's a very rare temporary tower. It's got an FH-307. Now I was basically looking for a long lines tower, but this one here just turns out to be a regular tower, but not really a regular tower, but it's a red and white temporary tower. I was like, wow, you don't see that kind of tower often. So yeah, it's a